Hi, Peg Burns again, talking about Gospel Nonviolence curriculum materials we call our golden thread. In this piece, I wanted to talk about the glossary. On the website is a booklet called the Glossary, and it's very important. You may have noticed from other videos and from the materials that there's a lot of language connected to Gospel Nonviolence that is not just automatically known, like conscientious objector, or voluntary poverty, military chaplain, pacifism, pilgrimage, civil disobedience, Hiroshima. So what we've done with this issue of how to understand all these things is made a glossary that tells the answer just like a dictionary does, and we have a movable material that the children can use. You can see a cabinet here. Inside the cabinet are sections, and inside each section is are tiles with a word on there. So this particular drawer has 7, 8, and 9, which corresponds to these packets here. So the children can take out one packet, the pieces from the proper drawer, and then learn those words. So what I'm going to do is take out one packet and the tiles and put these out to show you how you and a child or children can use the materials. Cloud of witnesses, communion of saints is one word, enemies, grace, mercy, nonviolent followers of Jesus. And inside we have card material. So if the child is a reader, the child can take the glossary and look up the answers. That's how you're going to learn first. Their reading of the booklets and the card material might have already given them some clues. They can always turn to the adult, because hopefully the adult has been using the materials and studying enough that they know enough to be helpful and supportive with the child. So we're going to start with this. So you see it has the definitions without the word, a sentence with a blank space, so the tile can be fit into place. So this one says a person or a group with harmful desires towards another. Anyone who gets in the way or threatens my plan. The sentence is, loving our something makes us true followers of Jesus and sons and daughters of the Creator. Boycott, cloud of witness, enemies. I think it's enemies. And then you can look it up in the glossary. So I'm going to move this aside, assuming that's correct, and go on to the next one. This card says love, pity or compassion, the presence of God in this world, empathy in action, a forgiving, accepting, healing love, especially for someone who has offended or is in need. So acting with something towards someone in need brings the presence of God on earth. Well, I think that's mercy. So I'm going to put that to the side, and we'll see what happens as we continue. This card says, those followers of Jesus who have grasped and taken seriously his example and teaching of nonviolent love of friends and enemies. Normal human beings who continue living or trying to live nonviolent love through struggles and failures. And the sentence is, no matter how difficult or easy it has been, the nonviolent followers of Jesus have persevered in staying true to Jesus' most difficult teaching. And we'll move that aside. This card says, a group or collection gathering great number. Next part, one or ones who saw, beholder, one who gives evidence. To be in a group, in a relationship with others, sharing togetherness, the gathering together. Serious followers of Jesus, true witnesses to Jesus' life and teaching. And the sentence is, when I struggle with living the truth of nonviolent love, I remember the cloud of witnesses, the communion of saints who lived before me. I am strengthened by their example. This is a noun word, group or action to create change by the refusal to buy or use a product. And now this is a verb word, to refuse to be involved in a company or a group as a way to show that company or group that you seriously disagree with or object to something it is doing. The choices are boycott or grace. As long as the grape producers were using dangerous pesticides, my family was part of the nationwide boycott. A group or an action to create change by the refusal to buy or use a product. Boycott. The last card says, gift or blessing, influence of God in one's life, strength of soul, being in favor with God. Everyone needs grace to be able to make the decisions which bring us deeper into holy love. So that's how the first level of the glossary and the manipulatives with it are used. The second level is considerably harder. It's a group of words with every portion cut apart. And so you have to really do some serious reading and thinking to know how to put them together. It's like a puzzle. 5 or 7 of these are connected to the word racism. Some are connected to the word boycott. Some are connected to the word conversion. So an older child who really wants to delve into this would enjoy this challenge. That's level 2. Connected to this glossary work are the quotes. This box has quotes from each of the nonviolent followers. And as you might imagine, the language that they use is consistent with the thought that is, for most of us, a new way of thinking and understanding. So we need the glossary, we need the adult involvement to help us understand. But the children making a booklet of quotes, like Muriel Lester, she says, the job of the peacemaker is to stop war. All the words in that quote are understandable, but sometimes we really have to learn what the words mean. So if you're going to copy quotes, you should understand what they mean, and the glossary helps us to do that.